So I pre-ordered it. I may cancel it. I'm not sure. This is very unlike me. I usually don't get the first cycle run, but other things. This was enormous. Sony took a direct shot at Microsoft's much mingled or maligned restrictions, running through them one by one, shooting each one in turn. The PlayStation 4 won't impose any new restrictions on used games.
Good.
That means the rental game industry or GameStop, still lives. And the disc-based games won't require you to check in online. You don't have to play. You don't have to even hook it up online. The console itself won't stop working if you haven't authenticated within 24 hours.
See, that's huge, man. Stuff like that those are things where that they may have been planning on doing those things or potentially doing those things, and then they saw that Microsoft is going to do them, and we're like, let's not do that.
Sony played it smart. They sat back, watched Microsoft stumble along, and they just sat back, was quiet, and then they just went and unleashed it on Monday night. All that shit that they said they were going to do, we're not going to do. Totally opposite.
And here's the other, I don't know if you know the answer to this. The Xbox, the new one.
Mm-hmm. Xbox One.
With whatever, fuck it. They have the ability to have multiple accounts on the same unit.
Yeah.
Would that mean if Scott bought a game and registered it to his account that I couldn't play it on my account, even though it's the same fucking Xbox?
On the PS4?
No, on the Xbox.
Yeah, no, that's what that's what that
that's
is.
Ridiculous.
I know.
Because Scott and I, roommate Scott and I, went halvesies on the 360, and we do that with a lot of games as well. Because it's fucking $50 for a brand new game. Yep. But $25 for a brand new game, totally cool.
Here, Aaron, I got a video here. I'm going to show this.
This is how you share your games on PS4.
It's the step one, real easy. This is how you do it. This is the CEOs of Sony, by the way. I handed it off.
PlayStation.
That's it. That's all you have to do. You hand the game over to your friend. That's all you have to do. Xbox One, not so simple, man. So I mean, it's very rare that you in the video game industry, and especially at E3, that you see pop shots to other manufacturers like that
on other major consoles.
Holy shit! The audience full of gamers, journalists, game reviewers, which is kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Developers went fucking apeshit. They stood up and they applauded for like 5 minutes. Like, Sony, thank you. You understand. You get it. Thank you for keeping the video games the way they are right now, which is perfectly fine.
And instead of turning them into the giant cesspool money pit that Xbox is trying to make them into.
Dude, even Xbox fanboys right now are going, fuck you, Microsoft. I know exactly.
It's almost like Microsoft was trying to go after the Apple model of let's just make as much money as we can any way we can and fuck the people.
They're going after moms and pops is what they're doing.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. They're going after the 35 and up demographic. I mean, they really are. And you know, we kind of see through that bullshit a little bit and be like, you know what? What camp are you in? Are you into the shows that you watch? Or are you into video games? Because if you're into the shows that you watch, maybe you want to go, maybe a little bit of casual gaming. Maybe you want to go to Xbox. That's perfectly fine. But if you're a hardcore gamer and like the pure gaming experience, maybe PlayStation 4 is the camp that you want to be in. So that's kind of how Sony. I mean, they are taking two separate paths here, and that's a good thing. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's going to give everyone all the options they need. So I think that's a good thing.
I think they'll end up rescinding the no sharing the games when they see the first run of sales numbers.
This does. I'm sure everyone at Microsoft is just like, who can we fire over this?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
There's going to be a decent amount of backpedal.
Yeah, I think they're gonna. I mean, they're the odd man out right now. The Nintendo Wii U is not doing this. Sony's not doing this. Microsoft's a man alone on an island all by itself. So, yes, I think you're exactly right. They're going to do some backpedaling, be like, whoa. But I think the damage is already done. A lot of the hardcore gamers are already telling you screw off. We know exactly where your intentions lie on everything, and it's not gaming.
No.
So, I don't know, we'll kind of wait to see. But I think Microsoft kind of dug themselves into a hole. But moving on, as many as 140 fucking titles are in the works for the PS4.
Nice.
That's a great start.
That is an amazing start. Some of them real quick. Destiny, which is Bungie, the guys that made Halo. That's their new project. That's a partnership with Activision Publishers Incorporated. Diablo 3 from Blizzard Entertainment. Kingdom Hearts 3. Final Fantasy, what is that, 15?
15.
Jesus.
From Square Enix. Assassin's Creed 4. Black Flag. Watch Dogs, which looks really cool. From Ubisoft Entertainment. NBA 2014, which has got... It looks, I mean, the basketball game looks really good from 2K Sports. And Elder Scrolls Online from Bethesda. I can't pronounce it.
Bethesda?
Yes, thank you. Game Studio and Mad Max from Warner Brothers Interactive Studio, totaling more than 110 titles. There's other games, 12 brand new IPs are under development, including Killzone, Shadowfall, Knack, Infamous, Second Son, hashtag Driver Club, and Order 1866, and over 30 titles under development. Or out of the 30 titles under development, 20 titles will be available within the year of the PS4 launch. So, again, another great gaming lineup. So, I don't know. It just depends what camp you want to fall in as far as everything's concerned.
See,
on that.
That's another reason I wait the 6 months.
Yeah.
To let the game
really.
library build up.
Yeah.
And then one of the other questions I had was, no one knows how big the hard drive was going to be on the PS4. Well, there's a press release just yesterday saying it's going to be standard 500 gigabytes. It's pretty good. I mean, you can go buy a terabyte drive for $89 online. So, I mean, 500 gig for the gaming application for saved games and game data, perfectly fine. Yeah. That's good. It's a good thing. I'm sure it's going to be upgradable as well. The console, £6.
That's kind of hefty.
That is huge. That's really big.
That's why it looks like a monolith.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty much all the tech and video game news. Where do you guys lie, Aaron? I mean, I know you have an Xbox. Where do you lie right now?
You could tell my I'm swaying towards the PS4.
Yeah. Well,
I don't like all the automatics that you have to do with the new Xbox. Mm-hmm. All the stuff that's on, and then with the game sharing I mentioned just a little while ago.
Yeah.
It's going to make it really hard for me to jump on board with it.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah. Before we take a commercial break, I know we had a lot of stuff to cover, guys, in the chat room, but we have Billy in the chat room. We have Rick in the chat room. We have, I saw Diane in there. Thanks for hanging out with us. Nick, Bronco Drew, thanks for hanging out with us, guys. Really do appreciate it, and thanks for your patience. We just wanted to get all the information out there while we had it. Stay tuned, because we're going to take a commercial break, and when we get back, we're going to talk a little bit of movies, just a teeny bit. It's not much there, but a lot of odd news this week. So it's all going to pay off in the end. All right? So stay tuned, and we'll be right back. This week's episode of Tanked is brought to you by Audible.com. Audible is offering Tanked listeners a free audiobook download of your choice with a 30-day free trial to give you an opportunity to check out their service. Listen to the most popular and current books on the go on your iPhone, iPad, Android, or Kindle with the Audible app. Use your free audiobook credit to download the latest bestsellers like Divergent by Veronica Roth, Life of Pi by Jan Martel, or The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. Or choose from 100,000 other books. To download your free audiobook today, visit audibletrial.com/tanked. Again, that's audibletrial.com/tanked for your free audiobook. We thank Audible and our listeners for your support of Tanked.
Hey, this is Ben Glebe, and you're listening to Tanked with Scott, Aaron, and Rick. Chris is gone. I miss Chris. The show was better when Chris was here. And it's a bummer that he had to leave, because now it's like, why would you listen to this?
That's
no,
funny.
not a good reason, really. I guess get plastered and see if you can like have a game where you get drunker each time they say dumb shit. I don't know.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Yes, we miss Chris as well.
Thanks, Ben Glebe.
Yeah, we thought he might be on the rest of the show, or at least, God, I knew that the front end of the show was going to be super tech and video game heavy, but fucking Christ, that was bad. Bad in a good way if you're a gamer or into tech news. But Rick, let's get into some movies, man. Let's switch gears here.
Sure. Well, Superman opens Friday.
Does it? Shit. Was that? Oh, God, I was supposed to see The Man of Steel tonight.
You had screeners to see it?
Yeah.
How did you have screeners to see it and not go?
National Guard.
You suck.
The National Guard told you couldn't go?
No, they said you can go.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, is that all right?
I talked to a bunch of people that saw it, and everybody says the same thing. They say it's awesome and amazing, and a handful of people said that the camera work bugged them, but whatever.
Really?
So, yeah, it's a lot of shaky. I'm not a lot with camera, almost like it's a lot of handheld stuff, and I'm kind of like, interesting. But I've heard the battle sequences are absolutely amazing. Storyline is good, and 3 people told me Russell Crowe steals the scenes that he's in. So who knows? We'll find out Friday, I guess.
No, I mean I haven't heard much different. I've heard this is the Superman we've been waiting for.
Yeah, a lot of Krypton, so be ready for that. Again, it's an origin story, as we've already talked about. Right. So, but we knew that was going to happen. It's, we're going to see 3, 4, 5 films of this. And then it depends on if Henry Cavill's going to be, they're going to keep him around for Justice League. Who knows? But so it's out Friday. Check it out. This is the End, which we talked about a couple of weeks ago, the new Seth Rogen flick with Jay Baruchel and Jonah Hill and all those guys. That actually opened tonight. They pushed the open up a couple of days because they were going to try and maybe steal a few dollars from the Superman crowd if they could. Saw that a few weeks ago, and I said it was kind of like between matinee and pay full price. You wouldn't be disappointed. It's pretty funny. So that opens tonight. $31 million budget, so I don't see them making their money back this weekend. But if they get a $20 million showing, I think they'll be pretty happy. Box office last weekend, The Purge, which is that futuristic America where for 12 hours out of every year crime is legal kind of horror film. $3 million budget on that movie. Cost $3 million to make that movie.
Hey.
Pulled in $34.1 million. I would say that they're pretty happy.
Not bad. No, that's not bad at all.
Yeah. So, and those are the same guys that did like Paranormal Activity and stuff like that. So they kind of have a track record of making movies at a lower budget. So I'm wondering if Ethan Hawke, because it's like his 3rd movie with them in that type of realm, if he's got some kind of point system with them, because he's a big enough name that I got to think he commands a few dollars.
Yeah.
And the $3 million budget, I mean, that could easily be an actor's salary. So.
Are you thinking like a point system kind of a thing? Or
yeah, I gotta think he's got some kind of back end deal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because that's.
Yeah.
I said back end, not back door. No. And then the Owen Wilson, Vince Vaughn intern flick, The Internship, pulled in kind of a disappointing 4th. It made $17 million.
It looks fucking stupid. That's why.
It's funny. I liked it. I went and saw it.
You
was
saw
funny.
it?
Yeah, it's funny. It's it's essentially almost a huge advertisement for Google if you've watched it. But it's funny. It shows. I think what I loved about it is it shows how people in their 40s it could easily be lost if they had to go find a job today. How they could easily not know how to navigate the new technological world that we live in. I found it, it had some very key moments. A lot of the normal faces you expect to see from Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson make appearance. Rob Riggle's in there, and Will Ferrell makes an appearance and stuff. So there's some pretty cool stuff there. It's funny. It's not great. It's not terrible. I paid matinee, and I was pretty happy with that. So if you paid matinee, you'd be happy and with it. Vince Vaughn wrote the half of the screenplay, and the story idea was his. So